Hey guys, welcome back. We're back in the bathroom. This is a big question I get a lot, is how do I make my hair go naturally curly? Fun fact, do you know just over 65% of the population either has wavy, kind of curly, lazy, tight spiral curls, or super curly hair? Yep, so a lot of us are actually hiding it. Now that we're all home, why not try to embrace our natural and see how it goes? So I want to show you how to do this. First thing first, we have to completely soak our hair. So I'm jumping in the shower. Okay, so all done. Getting your hair prepped and ready for curly hair happens starting in the shower. My hair is naturally dry, so I want to make sure that I'm using something that has a lot of moisture in the shower to help get it prepped. And my must-haves are, I really love the Redken Curvaceous. It has a low foam. It's more on the sulfate-free side, so it is really nice on the hair and it's moisturizing. I also like the Redken's All Soft. That one's really good for a high moisture. The other one I like to use as well is the Gloss Me by Design Me, which is amazing because it also has a high moisture and a high shine as well. The shampoo, the conditioning is done. If you notice, I haven't put my hair up in a towel because this is the crucial mistake a lot of people make, is as soon as they get out, they throw their hair up in a towel for a while, then take it out and put in their product. This is an absolute no-no, because when you do that, you're already breaking apart any sort of curls that are starting to form. So you want to get it when it's sopping wet. On top of that, it's going to have a better distribution of that product through your hair. I'm going to choose one moisture product and then one holding product. Depending how strong you need your hold, that will depend on which one you're going to add into your hair, and depending how much moisture you need. If you don't need a lot of moisture, your hair tends to be oily, go in with a leave-in conditioning spray. That would be perfect. One United is amazing for that. If you wanted to have something with a little bit more conditioning, I really love the Frizz Dismiss by Redken because it helps with my frizz, on top of the fact that it's a leave-in creamy conditioner. They also have a curl refiner that has a really nice moisture base. Also, Ooey Dad comes out with one that's a really nice oily base that helps to give a little bit more of a serum feel. I'm going to use a little bit of the Frizz Dismiss in here. This is the cream that I'm going to add, and I'm just going to start at the ends, work my way up, just like this. Smells so good. Now that we have the moisture in, now we're gonna pick our holding factor. My favorite here is, I really like the Curvaceous ringlet. It has a really nice hold to it. Also, their spiral lock is really great as well. We have the Ooey Dad that has a really nice light hold to it. This one's a really good one for all curly hair types. As well as another fave is Design Me, the Bounce Me. It's a really nice curling balm that also has an extra moisture hold to it. Now I'm gonna use the curling balm from Design Me, and same thing, I'm just gonna add a little bit onto my ends and then work my way up. Top tends to be a little bit more frizzy, so if you need to define a couple of those areas, by just taking your fingers and grabbing some spots, and just giving it a little extra twist with a little extra product on there, this will help to refine those curls. Now, if you find your curly hair tends to get flat on top and you need more volume, this is where you gotta make sure when you're adding your product in, bring it off your head so you're not brushing it down. Otherwise, it'll just dry, flattening out in your root area. So you can just kind of bring it up like that. Sloppy wet. Next, I want to be able to defuse it. But if I defused my hair from this sopping wet, it'll be a huge mess. So we want it to dry as much as possible naturally. But if I try to put on clothes right now, I would just make a mess of my clothes. So I'm gonna scrunch it and just eliminate a little bit of that water. So there's two things you can use with this, and either an old cotton t-shirt or good old trusty paper towel. Don't forget to do the top. After you finish scrunching and it feels pretty good and you can go get dressed like this, this is the point if you feel like you want to put a little bit more product, maybe a little bit more hold or more moisture, go ahead and you can do it. You're just going to add it into your hand, rub it around, and you're just going to scrunch it in just like you did with the paper towel. At this point, you don't want to be running your fingers through anything because you don't want to break apart any curls. As soon as you start breaking apart those curls, that is a frizzy mess. We're going to leave this air dry as long as possible, and then I'm going to come back to defuse. Now I'm gonna throw on my diffuser onto my blow dryer. This is really important. If you don't have a diffuser, you can definitely use the nozzle, okay? I'll show you how you can do that. Starting on one side, I'm just going to bring it up and I'm gonna go medium airflow to medium heat. I don't want to be aggressively switching it around the whole entire time. I want it to be like one spot and leave it there for quite a bit and then move to the next spot and leave it there quite a bit. I don't want to break apart any curls. Pretty much all dry, looking pretty curly. After you finish, if you find the front is doing something a little crazy like what it's doing now, it's just because it wants to curl forward. That's okay. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring it back. So you would go ahead and use your fingers just to kind of get them to bend back. Turn on your blow dryer with the heat and just the regular nozzle, and that will get those to go back. If you find your hair is flat, loosely put your fingers in, not breaking apart any curls, bringing it upwards using your blow dryer with the nozzle to help bring it up, and that will also give you more volume. If you flipped your head and you realize your hair is way too curly and it's a little bit too much, loosely put your fingers in, not breaking apart any curls, but just stretching them down longer. You can use your diffuser or the nozzle just to help heat stretch them out. And if you didn't have a diffuser altogether, you can definitely order a universal size online that'll go on any blow dryer from Chatters, or you can use just your regular nozzle. You would just scrunch up your hair and then you're gonna put the nozzle in there and not shake your hand around. You're gonna act as your hand as a diffuser. And there you have it. Curly diffused hair. So I hope this helps you out, okay? Stay safe, you guys. Talk to you all soon. Mwah.